you can see the weight just come off their shoulders, be like, okay, this one thing's going to go right when they find somebody that they know, like, and trust. And so Judy is who we help. And I want to share with you guys now about Daughter Judy and what they're going through. And when we interview with Jeff here in a little bit, Jeff was a Daughter Judy for his own father, and you can kind of hear his story of the stresses it was, which is why he got into this business. Almost everybody has an origin story of why they're in senior living. It's some usually tragic story. And so, for all my equestrian lovers out there, what is happening to Daughter Judy in this picture? Anybody want to put in the chat what this is called?
Equestrian lovers. That's good.
Equestrian lovers, right?
Maybe like history buffs or something.
History buffs, or anybody from Kentucky, they'll probably know what this is with the Derby over there. This term is called being drawn and quartered. And so we won't focus on being drawn today, but the quartered we definitely will. And so here's Judy. She just found out her mom has to move into senior living, and she calls up her brothers and sisters that live all across the country, and they say things like, you're blowing this out of proportion. Mom's not, it's not as bad as you're making it be. They're questioning everything that Daughter Judy's, all the decisions she's making, but this burden fell on her because she's usually the one sister or daughter that's in town. And then, when Daughter Judy's mom gets moved into senior living, there's an acclimation period. When you take your mother out of her forever home, do you think that 86-year-old lady that Andrea talked about, you think it took her time to acclimate from having that active schedule of being out and dancing multiple times a week to moving into senior living, right? It was being pulled, it's hard. And mom will say things like, hey, I just want to go home. Hey, take me back home. And Judy knows full well that she can't do that. And then you have the assisted living community themselves who are asking, how are you going to pay for this? Where's this money going to come from? All this paperwork has to be filled out to be compliant. And then let's not forget, one of Judy's biggest problems is that she usually has a job. She burns up all of her paid time off to try to get all this figured out. She didn't have time to put her life on pause, but she had to because it's her mother. And so she still has a needy husband and kids at home. That person, Judy, guys, this is not a rhetorical question. I actually want you to answer it in the chat. When the real estate agent shows up and says to Judy, I need you to clean this place out and do this list of rehab items before we list it so we can get top dollar, where does that fifth rope go? You guys can put it in the comments. Where does the fifth rope go? And then counteract that with, what do you think happens when they find out about mom's house and I get to walk in and meet Daughter Judy and say, hey, Judy, I know you're going through a tough time right now. How are you doing? First of all, nobody ever asked that question. And then I say things like, what day would you like to close? In a perfect world, thank you, Karen, it is around her neck. That real estate agent just added a fifth rope. And Judy, why I get fulfillment is I see the stress come off of Daughter Judy when one thing went right in their life during this really, really hard time. And so you can see the weight just come off their shoulders, be like, okay, this one thing's going to go right when they find somebody that they know, like, and trust. And so Judy is who we help. We as a company try to put Daughter Judy first in every decision we make.